Hi guys, my name's Peasant Chill, and I'm going to change your will today. I'm going to show you the medicinal properties of how to tap a birch tree. Now the birch tree is also known as a lady of the woods, because I was talking to Hazel just before, and she says, "Hey Chill, that lady of the woods, your lady of the woods." I said, "What? Go on." She goes, "She's wet." I said, "Oh really? How did he know?" She says, "Have a look at me buds." So looks at her buds and she says, "What are you going to do for me in exchange for that kind of information? Because when my bud's no bigger than a squirrel's ear, it's time to go near the birch and tap a tree out." The best place to get a good supply of birch sap is in like saturated or damp ground. So around here, because we're near Maramondrium, that's Delamere Forest to you townies. This has got saturated ground. Look, there's a mere. All around here, you've got, it's a land of the mares, because you've got Oakmere, Delamere, Blakemere, Hatchmere. And it ain't nothing to do with Raymares. It's spelled M-W-E-R-E-S-W-L, spells mere. Mares. So, and there's willow growing around here. So that tells you that you can get the zap. Now if you wanted to be really smart and special, you go and take some bark off the willow tree this time of year and make a container to collect it in, if you want to do it like that way. Or you could use your billy pans, but don't go near paths, because you might get people want to piss in them. And don't do it when it's raining, because what you might find happens is when it's raining is because you know the branches on the tree, they're all right up in the sky. When it rains, all the rain catches on the branches up near the sky, and the water runs down its main trunk, and it finds its way to that little point that you put sticking out, and you get like diluted birch sap, and that's not what you're after. So we'll go and find some birch trees, say a little prayer to her, you know, give a bit of respect, and we'll tap a tree and drink for free, because the time is now to detox in the spring equinox. Tap a tree and drink for free. Silver birch, you bint, you're gonna quench my thirst. A double dozen infinite consider's fucking uses of a tree. Silver birch, I see thy worth. Right, I found a birch now, where I'm going to give her one, and hopefully she'll be dripping wet. But what you're going to need is a green stick, like that, which you're going to put in at about that angle on the trunk, and you take with your knife, you take it down so you get to its piffy centre, and you use the tip of your knife to scrape that out all the way along. And you're going to stick that end in where you make the incision with your knife, and then the zap's hopefully going to run all the way down. So now it's time to go and shove it in, my lady of the woods. But first you have to say hello and thank you, and please may I do this, as you would to any other kind of lady. How does that all do? Put your knife in like that, give it a little waggle, open it up a little bit so your stick will fit in, and you put it with the channel with a piffy bit facing up. She wet. Yeah. What do you mean, is it in yet? Give me a fucking chance, woman. Not saying you have to do it with a piffy bit facing up that way, but sometimes it does help. And then you need to secure your tin. There we go. But if you're using like tall tins like this tin, make sure it isn't going to become, when it gets full, risking tipping over. So you might want to take some sticks and make an impromptu frame around it. Let's say what you might find helpful is, you like the little stuff hung up on the tree, branches and like that, in the wind it might blow into your pot, so it's best to brush it away before you put your pot there. And she may be the lady of the woods, but she likes it being stuck in from all angles, so it won't damage you if you take more than 3 to 4 litres, maybe a gallon perhaps, and like put 3 or 4 in round her if you want to. The bigger the tree, the better. And make sure you get a live living one, because some of them can be really tall and look like they're alive, but they're actually dead standing. And the usual way to tell is they've got, like on that one there at the bottom, you can see these fungus there, bracket fungus. They're useful for plasters and things, but when you like tap your tree and stuff and you're going to move on to your next tree, whatever, put your knife back in its sheath so it's safe, because you might be like in a trancing trip, but that's a dead one. And this is why it's good to use a fixed blade knife rather than a folding knife, because sometimes they're tight and you need to tap them from behind on the handle, and if you do that with a folding knife and you're holding it one hand, there's a risk of it on its hinge, it slipping and you putting your knuckles or wrapping your fingers across the blade, and if your blade's at the right sharpness, it'll cut your fingers good style. But apparently it's highly illegal to carry a fixed blade knife, like most things in the United Kingdom, but it's not unlawful. Birch Sap from a birch bark container. Cheers.